Hello there, everybody. Hang on, let me lower my chair. Oh, I'm not heavy enough. Ah. Okay, that took a really long time. I'm only like 100 pounds. So yeah. This is the bonus video. Went back to my roots. Funny how I haven't sculpted in a very long time, seeing as I allude to my clay skills in both my Tumblr and Instagram username Gabby the Claymaster and Gabby the Clay Bro. But yeah, Bailey put up a video recently of her sculpting a Korok from, oh my god, what's that game called? Breath of the Wild. I'm like, Spirit of the Wind? No, I literally just made that up. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, she posted herself making a Korok. I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't have any money for video games. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. Like, if you go back on my YouTube channel, it was originally a clay / sculpting channel, and it's funny, I sound so happy. I was like 12. Ha. Time. Yeah. Those are some very embarrassing videos, and I'm not taking them down, because you gotta stay humble, you know? But they're up there. Feel free to take a gander. But yeah, so I'm sculpting a little Chopper from One Piece because he's my little baby boy and I love him. And I got all my friends into One Piece recently. Well, not all of them. 2 of them. And yeah, they're really into it and everyone loves Chopper because he's such a cute and precious little boy. And I love him. He's so special. He's so cute. So I decided to sculpt him to go with my little Luffy bobblehead. Luffy's my man, by the way. I've had this bobblehead for like 5 years. It's my man's. I love Luffy. He's like my favorite character ever. Ever. When I was younger, I used to model myself after him. And I think it's pretty evident to the fact that I'm literally Donnie from the Wild Thornberries. So I'm not making the Donnie noises. I'm not doing it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I had to bake this in multiple parts. So first I sculpted his tiny little body, and then I baked that so I wouldn't smush it when I attached the head to his little body. And then I sculpted the head, and put the eyes and stuff on, and I baked it. Then I thought his cheeks weren't chubby enough, so I, what's the word? Oh, there's a word. It starts with an A. Augmented his little cheeks. And when I baked the head for the first time, I also baked horns and ears so I could insert them into his hat. I wanted them to be hard so they didn't get smushed. And then once the head was baked and I added the cheeks on, I put on his hat, and I used scrap clay because his head is so freaking big. I didn't want to waste my Super Sculpey because Super Sculpey is expensive, so I just used some regular Sculpey 3 because I have a lot of that, and I used Sculpey 3 because it's soft, and my hands hurt really bad from conditioning all that clay. So yeah, I did that, and then I attached that with some TLS liquid clay so it would stick, because unbaked clay does not stick to baked clay very well. So yeah, I scratched up his head with a knife so it would have something to grab onto, and then I used the liquid clay to secure it in. Stuck his hat on, and then once the hat was sculpted, I put on his little visor and stuck in the horns and ears. I tried to make holes before I put the hat on for the horns, but that didn't work. I put them in too far ahead. So I just covered them with the hat and then stuck the horns into the hat and like angled them so they would fit into his hat, and then I baked it one last time. And then I went outside and spray painted primer on it at like 11:30. I looked like a cryptid in the middle of the night. And we found a party of boys. There was a little bug party in my backyard, so we played with the boys. And after it was spray painted, brought it back in, painted it with some acrylic paints. I didn't use the fancy expensive kind, I just used like the $1-2, like, I think I used Apple Barrel, Americana, Deco Art, you know, the cheap acrylics. You probably find them at the dollar store. I got them at Michael's. I like them when they're on sale. I like Americana. It's like one of my favorite brands. I also really like Folk Art because it's super thick, but that means I have to water it down. But whatever. Pro tip, secret to getting really nice smooth paint is you gotta do it thin and in layers, and also primer really does help. Like, I used to not prime my stuff because I was lazy, but it's worth not being lazy just for that one step because the primer really gives the paint something to stick to. I also sanded it a little bit before I did the primer, not a lot because I was lazy. I tried to smooth it out as much as I could while I was sculpting it so I wouldn't have to sand it a lot. But yeah, that was fun. Then I painted it with my acrylics, which are old. Some of them were like dried up and I had to shake them like a Polaroid to get the paint to work, but they're all good. And then when I was all done, I was too lazy to do the brush-on glaze, and also I put pink pastels on his cheeks and I didn't want those to smear with brush-on glaze. So I just used my workable fixative that I use for like watercolors and stuff, and it worked pretty well. And then I just went over with Americana Duraclear gloss varnish on his eyes, nose, and hooves. Oh my god. I thought I wasn't going to be able to talk for this video, and then I remembered how much I love clay and what a loser I am. It's funny though, because before Bailey did her video, like 3 days before the video, I swapped out all my clay stuff from my art station and put my poly pencils and paints where it used to be, and then she posted the video and I'm like, ah shit, I have a skill, I should use that. And then I had to pull it all back out just for this one thing, and then I put it all back away, because it does take up a lot of space. Also, if you're ever gonna get into clay, it's expensive. It's so expensive. So, you wait for like that one time a year when Michaels has their clay, they do like $1 a block. So that's fun. If you want to do sculptures but you don't want to buy super Sculpey, I recommend Primo because it's like really durable. If you can get Cernit clay, do that because it's really flexible, but I don't think they sell that at Michaels. They might sell it at like Blick or Joann's, but I don't know. So yeah, Cernit clay. Or wait till Michaels gets a 50% off coupon and buy a 1 pound block of super Sculpey. That's the best. I love Super Sculpey. It's my life. You can get Super Sculpey and Super Sculpey Firm. I like to use a 50-50 mix. They started selling a 50-50 mix, which is nice because like the Super Sculpey thing is about $15. So instead of spending $30, you can just spend $15 and get a pound half and half. Also, mixing the clay makes your hands hurt so much. I used to get blisters all the time. I used to put it in a plastic bag and like try and river dance on it, but I wasn't a very heavy person. I'm like a sheet of paper in the wind. I'm not heavy at all, so it didn't work very well. And that's why I had buff arms for like middle school. Conditioning clay. Thanks, clay. So yeah, I think that's enough of me rambling because I literally have not shut up for 7 minutes. Enjoy the rest of this painting process. I left some of it out because let me tell you, this reminded me why I didn't do sculptures in one day. My back hurt so bad after this, I had to just stop filming and I just went to sleep. Like, it was that bad. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, show it to your friends and maybe not your parents. If your parents are cool, why the hell not? And I'll see you next time. Also, I know I did the ending, but whatever. If you guys want to see more sculpture videos, let me know, because this is fun, but they're not going to be very often, because I am old and my hands are still cramped. It's been a full 24 hours, my hands are so cramped. It hurts so bad. Yeah, I could use colored clay, but keeping it clean is such a hassle. So yeah. Also, if you want to buy this little boy, there's a link to my Storenvy down below, and you can purchase this precious little baby boy. Yep. Deals for sale. So yeah. I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.